See if we live. See what we doing. See if it can hear me okay. I'm testing it. Let me go back. See if I'm all live. Hey, if y'all join in, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Give me a few seconds. Let me hear. All right, there you go. Look, I am Nintendo God. Welcome back to my channel. The stuff I'm finna get ready and talk about is real in depth. I know a lot of people don't talk about the stuff that I talk about. Maybe they do, but we finna get ready and take it to the next limit when it comes to talking about cryptocurrency in the future and foresight of what we all want to see in the future. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor, so let's go ahead and tune in. I don't want to waste anybody's time, so let's go ahead and dive straight into what I'm talking about. Dogelon Mars. Checking out the price. I love to see a price. We already know what the price is, but we really want to get in depth with this stuff. I checked out the news. This 19 days ago is the news that I only seen. This is like the only thing that I've really seen recently. Check this out, but it always followed through after Dogecoin. This is very significant if you ask me. Let's go ahead and dive over what I really want to talk about. One of the latest news that I had seen recently was this right here. It is a fantasy driven meme coin. The focus is on acting as a unified form of payment once Mars has recolonized in 2420. But I say what they're talking about is 2040, because I believe that this stuff right here was coded. The year 2040. That's what they're talking about. All right. But what was really interesting to me is that they say that it was a fantasy, but fantasies come into reality. We've seen that time and time again. So honestly, when they say things like, oh, well, this cryptocurrency is fantasy driven, where is it fantasy driven at, in my personal opinion? So it says right here, where anything is possible, reality has physical limitations. Whatever you believe, whatever you think, can happen in reality. And they are really talking about Elon Musk, and a lot of other people are actually talking about taking it there. Check this out. Mars will be colonized by 2050. And this is what experts saying. Now, I'm about to get ready and dive straight into what I was talking about with the robotics here. Check this out. Let's go ahead and move over. Autonomous mining process. Yo, I had to really look for this. Check this out. Professor, right here, believes that Mars will be colonized by 2050 if autonomous mining process become more commercial and viable. And this is where the robots literally push in. He says the key is to find water and extract it with robots before humans even land. I had no idea what autonomous mining is, which means that these robotics right here will use drills, loaders, and haul trucks. If anything, I thought that the Tesla truck was a rover when I first seen it. I didn't even think that that thing was supposed to be on Earth. So they're literally having these robotics mine the area, because they also said that it wasn't even habitable, right? That's what I've seen. So I'm like, okay, what can they do to make this stuff habitable? Check this out. So they can make a magnetic field, and they can actually develop one. It is theoretically possible to create an artificial magnetic field around Mars using large-scale electronic system, pretty much. This right here, that changes the game for human beings, the actual shield. And what I thought was really interesting is I wanted to know right here how Mars planet was before we be able to colonize, before we be able to live on it, before we actually be able to spend cash, right? Be able to spend cryptocurrency money like Dogelon Mars. Well, I did some research right here. The common surface features of Mars include dark slope streaks. I wanted to go check it out. I said, well, let me go ahead and check out these robots. This robot is literally walking on a similar terrain. Excuse me if it does skip a little bit. Check this out. Where it might fall, it might slip a few times, but guess what? It can do it. So again, these are robotics. They can't get hurt. They can do a lot of work, and we've seen them being used in real time. This thing is running. So imagine what they're gonna do on Mars. Robotics will perform well, and create a future that human beings will be able to live on these planets. You can see right here in real time that this stuff is really happening. So I think this is going to play a big part of us getting to that surface where we want to actually be at. Pushing forward with Dogelon Mars, um, people say that it will be hard to breathe there, but robotics can also plant trees if they get this far. Yes, having more trees generally means more oxygen in the atmosphere, and this has a lot to do with the actual digital asset, the coin itself, right? Because they say it was a fantasy to even get to Mars. Well, it's becoming a reality every single day, right? From here to 2045, it's becoming a reality every single day because they plan to push out there. Now, until they come out with some major news and say something different, then that's when we should be worried. But other than that, right now, it's a holding game and watching his story or the future unfold itself. On the positive side, AI robotics can make a daily task and make home easier and also make improvements. Okay? This is for everything. Push it back on Dogelon Mars with that metaverse. Like I said before, if all else was to actually fail when it came to Dogelon Mars, guess what? We have the metaverse, which is a new digital world, which we will use the keys to be able to enter the metaverse. A lot of people will be able to participate in this stuff, so they still will be able to make it to Mars, whether people see it in a different light or not. Like if they entered in the metaverse and they didn't make it out of space, which I do believe that they will, they have a backup plan because they actually still made it digitally. So regardless of the matter is that it is still possible, and they making the things that is impossible actually possible right now during the Web3. And I believe that that is exciting, and I believe to have a fantasy like that is something worth investing in because there's a lot of people out there that will miss out on a lot of opportunities, and this one is the one to remain looking at and watching most of the time because this thing can explode at any given time. You know, it can eat like a zero or two, in my personal opinion, just off the fact that there is going to be a high momentum and high watch alert when it comes pushing forward to the future of Mars. So between this time and Trump, keep on the lookout, man. Again, I am an investor, happy to be with Dogelon Mars, and I hope that y'all all enjoy this content. I hope that y'all all have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.